This is Scalp Hunter's path in the Attila the Great's tournament. What's up, guys? Blade Master here, and I've brought some of the battles in Blade's path, which is my journey in Attila the Great's tournament. And Scalp Hunter, who's from the V.O.D clan, a fresh recruit from the Victory or Death clan, very cool clan. Lots of really nice guys there. Wanted me to bring his his progress in the tournament. I don't know whether he won or lost, but this is a very interesting set of battles. I haven't watched any of the battles, but I know it's interesting because this Scalp Hunter has only 394 hours in the game, so not a veteran by any means. But he is going to be fighting one of the veterans in the game. He was meant to fight Trolley Bolly, whom I've already shown some battles of Trolley Bolly against me. He's also a very competent player, but Trolley Bolly had to pull out because he had exams. So instead, Scalp Hunter is going to be faced up against Prussian Prince. And for those of you who don't know who Prussian Prince is, he's part of the Agony clan, one of the best clans in Total War Rome 2. He's a very big veteran of the game, a big name in the multiplayer community. And he's got micro, which is basically unmatched. It's been perfected, I may say, from playing a lot of StarCraft. So he's definitely got a micro game that's very strong, very competent micro game. And he's got a channel, of course. I'm sure most of you, or almost all of you, would know what his channel is. But I'm going to link it in the description for in the off chance that you don't know that he's got a channel. A lot of multiplayer Rome 2 content and mostly live comms. But I think that's a great change because it basically showcases his greatest strength, which is his micro. So Scalp Hunter has brought Rome, and Prussian Prince has gone with Arverni. So it's a very classic matchup of two heavyweight factions. Arverni are one of the closest rivals to Rome in this game in terms of counterpicking and as a counter faction, and definitely have the tools to beat Rome, especially with the recent nerf in patch 16 to Hastati. It's going to be interesting to see how this game pans out. Prussian Prince has gone with a very traditional, straight-up huge barbarian line, covering as much ground as possible and making it easier for himself to flank V.O.D Scalp Hunter's Roman army. Scalp Hunter has gone with a nice balanced Rome build. He's gone with 5 Hastati up in front. He's gone with 6 Avocadis in his as his main infantry line. He's also brought 1 African elephant, auxiliary African elephant. I wouldn't suggest anyone bring this. It is a very huge risk taken by Scalp Hunter. It looks like he's brought 7. He's brought 6 Avocadi, 1 legionary cohort, a couple of vigiles to protect his flanks. Of course, he doesn't need to bring a lot of spear troops because if you're going to face up Arverni as Rome, definitely no need to bring Triarii because there's no chance an Arverni player is going to bring Noble Horse or Heavy Horse. He's going to maximize his killing power through the use of Oathsworn, which is, I think, what Prussian Prince has done. You can see he's interspersed Oathsworn with, I think, a mix of Celtic Warriors and Chosen Swordsmen. No, he's not brought Chosen Swordsmen. Okay, so that is a very interesting move for Prussian Prince. He's brought 5 Oathsworn and 5 Celtic Warriors. So this is very interesting, and right off the bat I can make a couple of predictions in this battle. He's also brought a couple of Levy Freemen. He's brought, I think, 4 Heavy Horse. Maybe he's only brought 2 or 3. No, he's brought 7 Oathsworn. No, not 7 Oathsworn. He's brought 6 Oathsworn because he's got 1 Oathsworn general behind his lines. So what is going to happen in this battle? If the two armies meet up exactly like how they're positioned, one thing that's going to happen is there's going to be holes poked immediately in Prussian Prince's line. His Celtic Warriors will lose out, but they won't lose out to Hastati immediately. But what will happen is some of Scalp Hunter's Avocadi cohorts are going to engage a mix of Celtic Warriors and Oathsworn, and what that's going to do is the Celtic Warriors are going to lose out that battle. So that's going to poke holes in the midst of Prussian Prince's army. I can predict that there'll be around 3 holes at least in the middle of Prussian Prince's army. So that could be pretty devastating to him because once that happens, if Scalp Hunter's elephants are allowed to pass through, without much of a hassle, because if Scalp Hunter can engage all of Prussian Prince's units and then his his African elephants can pass through these holes and then create some sort of morale penalty and slash rear charge, then Prussian Prince has lost this. I can tell this immediately. He's brought a very strange army, and not an army that I would suggest anyone bring, because Celtic warriors, despite, I mean, they are very strong units, but they are at the end of the day very low cost units, and I would instead bring fewer Oathsworn and maybe some more chosen swordsmen. But I can see why he brought so many Oathsworn, because they're basically one of the best units that can deal with avocado cohorts. And he did predict, I'm sure, just from looking at this build, even though I haven't talked to either of them about the outcome of this battle, I can see that Prussian Prince was expecting avocado cohort, and that's why he brought Oathsworn. Scalp Hunter has also brought some Equites. He's brought, I think, a total of 3 Equites, one of whom is tired already, so I think he's been moving around a lot with them. But yeah, they're just facing up. It looks like there's not going to be much more time left in this battle. It's going to be 4 minutes and 55 seconds. So it's going to be a straight up barbarian rush, which will be pretty epic to see. The Scalp Hunter has got the forest cover, but neither of them seem to be moving too much. I'm not really sure if Prussian Prince has got a heavy horse over here or somewhere over here. Heavy horse could play a pretty decent role, but not a very crucial role, I would predict, in this game. It is going to be a very standard YOLO charge, in the words of Maximus Decimus Merides, fellow Total War YouTuber. But if it comes down to a YOLO charge, I would predict Scalp Hunter would win this game just purely on the strength of these elephants. A very risky choice, but in this case, it looks like it's going to be a choice that very well could pay off. If these and it actually looks, I mean, because he's brought a front line of Astari, he's brought so many units, so many sheer numbers in infantry, that he can very easily catch each one of Prussian Prince's units, so that they won't be able to throw any of their javelins on these elephants. And once they can't, and once Prussian Prince's units are engaged, these elephants will just absolutely destroy them. I can almost guarantee that if they're left unchecked, these African elephants will get around 200 to 300 kills of some really, really strong units. But now it looks like the main engagement is going to happen. Let's take a look at what Scalp Hunter has done with his army. He has set attack orders with some of his Astadi on the Celtic warriors. So very smart move by Scalp Hunter. He's going to set attack orders with his Astadi on the Celtic warriors. And he set attack orders on Prussian Prince's Levy Freeman, whom he's moved behind. So unless he changes, the charge bonus from his study will not be affected, and they'll instead be charged by Celtic warriors. So let's put this on slow motion. The Celtic warriors will win out in this engagement. The Celtic warriors will win out in this engagement. But the Hastadi will probably edge out the Celtic warriors in that engagement. But now he's moved up straight with his auxiliary African elephants. Let's put this back in full motion, in full speed. This is not a great move by Scalp Hunter, I think, because he's got some Levy Freeman. Oh my god, they should have thrown javelins. I don't think they're going to throw javelins. Oh no, they haven't thrown javelins on Scalp Hunter's auxiliary African elephants. Oh my god, that is huge. That is a huge moment in this battle. Because if he threw some javelins on those elephants, we all know it only takes one javelin volley to make elephants run amok, and they would have just crashed through Scalp Hunter's, the rear of Scalp Hunter's avocado line. But he didn't, but Prussian Prince didn't. He didn't manage to do that. Over here, the Celtic warriors are going to fight up against Vigiles. Not really a great battle for them. Celtic warriors will edge out that victory, but it's not going to be of any consequence to this battle. Here, his Prussian Prince's heavy horses engaged with Equites, but very wisely, Scalp Hunter has brought some Vigiles to help out in that battle. Here, like I predicted, Celtic warriors are going to lose out. Not really any holes created like I predicted, though. And Prussian Prince really should have put shield wall on his Oathsworn immediately. He should have done that as soon as he charged in. He's done it on some of his units, but he's put shield wall a bit too late on some of his Oathsworn, I think. He's put battle rhythm on one of his Celtic warriors. Not a smart move, I think, because Celtic warriors were never going to be much of a threat. He should have put. I think maybe he wanted to put battle rhythm on his Oathsworn. Not really sure. But so far, let's see what the devastation the elephants have done. Only 23 kills, but they've gotten straight into his general. Not really. This is not looking good for Prussian Prince at all. Oh my god, that's going to be some devastation by those African elephants. And they're getting into the rear of his Celtic warriors and Oathsworn. This is definitely looking like it's going to go in Scalp Hunter's favor. They haven't even run amok, so they are not going to cause any friendly fire kills. They are running amok now. Oh my god, 200 kills on a double chevron on these African elephants. They've just destroyed. They're going to do much more than what I predicted. They've gotten 210 kills on Oathsworn and Celtic Warriors almost immediately. These Oathsworn will beast out that battle against the Avocadis. They are in shield wall though, but he hasn't put headhunt on his general or on any of his Oathsworn. No, he's put headhunt on his general now. He hasn't put headhunt on his Oathsworn though. That is very surprising. These elephants are starting to drop now. 250 kills, about to get a triple chevron. These Oathsworn are just about ready to die, so I can almost predict immediately that Scalp Hunter has won this game, because Heavy Horse are not going to be much of a threat here. Oathsworn are engaged with Legionary cohorts. Smart move, very smart move by Scalp Hunter, and he won this game just by picking his faction very well and picking his Roman army very well. Very competent army. We could see from the start that, you know, first line of 5 Hastati backed up by 6 Avocadis is no Roman army to that's fucking around. Like, that is just an amazing Roman army. But these auxiliary African elephants, I would never ever bring them. He's brought them and he's whooped ass with them. Well done. Prussian Prince made a critical mistake, and he could have won the game if he used his Levy Freeman a bit better, and if he set attack orders on Scalp Hunter's elephants. Maybe they didn't come in range. I can't really see, because this is from Scalp Hunter's perspective, so I couldn't see if Prussian Prince gave an attack order on his Levy Freeman and maybe they were just out of range. But I don't think that was the case. I don't know. So his auxiliary African elephants, only 1 casualty on them so far, and I think maybe this is a desync, but I think maybe Prussian Prince has decided to quit. I'm not sure. But either ways, there was no chance that he was winning. So close victory to Scalp Hunter, a surprise victory from the underdog. No offense to Scalp Hunter, but a very surprising victory. And he's I mean, I have to say it, he's annihilated AggonyPrussianPrince, one of the best Total War players in Rome 2. And very well done, very surprising and very competent build, and competent play by Scalp Hunter. Congratulations, dude, you win the first of the best of 3, so there are still 2 more matches potentially, maybe just 1 more match if he wins the second match against Prussian Prince. But yeah, we can see the strength of this build. Very well done, and it is definitely a strong build to bring against a barbarian army. Again, I wouldn't really pick this army that Prussian Prince brought. It's, first of all, it's not playing to his strengths. We know that Prussian Prince is an excellent micro player. Maybe he should have brought something else. Maybe he shouldn't have brought Arverni. Maybe he should have brought an Arverni with more units so that he could better utilize his micro capabilities. Again, just a front line of Oathsworn. What he could have done, maybe potentially, is put his Oathsworn as a front line and then put shield wall on them, and kept a rear line of Celtic Warriors and Levy Freeman, and all those guys are going to do is just shower javelins on those auxiliary African elephants. If he managed to do that, one, his Oathsworn wouldn't have suffered many casualties because they were in shield wall and they would have been braced. And second, these auxiliary African elephants would have died before really causing much of an impact in the battle. But and a possible third is these African elephants would have started to run amok and then crashed into Scalp Hunter's own Avocadi and Hastati, and thereby killing off a lot of them. And that could have potentially won him the battle, but of course that wasn't the case. Prussian Prince played in a very traditional long barbarian line, and Scalp Hunter did make a critical mistake initially by moving with his African elephants a bit too soon, but he wasn't paid for. He didn't get punished for it, and with the second attempt with his African elephants, absolutely annihilated Prussian Prince's barbarian army. Very fun battle to watch, and I will be bringing you the second and third battle potentially of Scalp Hunter's path in Attila the Great's journey, but a very good first step, and congratulations to him. And you guys stay tuned for more. Peace.